Hello, and welcome to the Measured Pencil. I'm Stephen Murray, and I'm joined here, as always, by the pencil junkie, Wes Nelson.
Hey.
How are you, Wes?
Oh, I'm jonesing.
Which pencil are we reviewing today?
The Pentel Graph Gear 500 in .7.
Now, we've already done a number of Pentel mechanical pencils. We've done the Graph Gear 1000, the Graph Gear 1000 for Pro. Now this is the Graph Gear 500.
Correct.
So be sure to check out our Instagram page to see the difference between these pencils. But why are we doing this one?
We are doing this one because it's half the man I used to be. We are doing this one because it's somewhat iconic.
Now, do you have a thing for Pentel pencils, or did we just happen to run into a bunch that we picked all at the same time?
I got a thing for lead, baby. That's what I got.
Gotcha. Let's see what Pentel has to say about their Graph Gear 500.
Let's.
The Graph Gear 500 mechanical drafting pencil is weighted at your fingertips for precise drafting and template work. Metallic mesh grip makes it ideal with rulers and templates. Pre-loaded with Pentel super high polymer HB lead, never needs sharpening, is super strong, and produces a clear, dark line. It's available in 4 different lead sizes, and the barrel color corresponds to each one. 0.3 millimeter is in brown, 0.5 is black, 0.7 is blue, and 0.9 millimeter is gray. And again, we're examining the blue 0.7 millimeter today. As always, we turn to the internet to help us put this pencil into context. I'm going to start with one from Pentel's own website. I keep saying Pentel weird.
Are you a Pentel guy or a Pentel? Or I can't even say it how you just said it.
I'm a Pentel guy, which is opposite of how I just said it.
Well, how did you just say it?
Pentel.
Pentel, like emphasis on the L.
Yeah.
Pentel.
Like
a hard T or a hard L?
Both.
Both and none.
Both and none. But it's Pentel. That's how I've always said it.
Pentel.
I apparently can't read copy. So the Pilot Hound says, needs just a little bit...
I'm sorry, what?
Pilot Hound.
Thank you for clarifying.
Needs just a little more, 3 out of 5 stars. Love the pencil, but it needs just a little more gnarl to the grip. It's a little smooth to me. Needs a little more weight. If it holds up to outdoor work, it will be great.
I have questions.
Oh, you have questions for Pilot Hound?
Thank you for clarifying that again. Is gnarl the singular of knurl?
Ooh, we might need to get another guest in to clarify that.
We probably should.
The reviewer from Amazon identified themselves as a reader.
Interesting. That's very specific.
Not comfortable to hold and work with, 3 out of 5 stars. I am new to mechanical pencils, and so I'm trying different brands. Turns out there's a huge difference in the way they feel in your hand. I found the Pentel is not comfortable to work with. The shaft is too narrow, the metal grip doesn't feel good, and the pen is really heavy.
Can you see me not reacting to you saying the shaft is narrow?
That's what we call restraint.
Thank you.
JMB from Amazon says, be careful, 2 out of 5 stars.
Be careful. Watch out. That gnarl will get you.
The tip of this pencil is very delicate. Dropping it on a hard surface can result in the last, most slender section of the tip bending. I advise using this in a static setting, such as at a desk or a drawing table,
versus while running,
and transporting it in a pencil case, not your pocket. Other than that, this pencil has the high quality one expected from Pentel. The weight and balance are good, and the metal grip gives good control.
I also would recommend using this in a static setting. Boy, have I been burned by doing my drafting while marathon training. My lines are all wavy. There's sweat on the page. Oh, just no good.
Well, if you like that one, you're going to love playing with paints.
Credibility is already dropping.
The title reads, Break Out Your Tweezers.
That's a phrase often heard.
2 out of 5 stars. I thought the good reviews outweighed the bad, so I took a chance. Well, the one I got didn't want to come out no matter how much I clicked it.
It's not the groundhog.
I wound up using tweezers to pull the lead out enough to try to write. The first time I tried that, It just pushed back in when I tried to write. It took at least 2 more times of tweezering to get it to finally work. After that, I could use it to draw hairs for the drawing I'm working on. It worked fine after that. But there's an update.
Yes, this is our favorite.
I tried again to use this to draw with and had the exact same problem.
That's the update?
That's the update.
The update is that I tried again and I had the same problem?
That's the update.
I love, that's my favorite thing is the people that they make their review, right? And then they go home, they go about their day, and then a week goes by and there's just something nagging at them. And they're like, I just got to, and I just picture them throwing off the covers at 4 a.m. being like, honey, no, I have to do this. And they trudge down to their computer and they fire away on their keyboard and they just crank out this update. And then they're able to like sleep like a baby like right after that. And then the update is, I tried again and it's still screwed up.
Actually, the most common review, I didn't even pull one. When you bought that pencil, how did it come?
I believe it came in... I don't remember. I think it came in like a plastic sleeve or something.
Exactly. The majority of the negative reviews are because it came loose in the box.
Well, come on. How can you blame Pentel for that? I mean,
they're just like, it didn't have packaging.
Yeah.
2 stars.
Oh, come on. That's not it. Nothing ships straight. What's the last thing you bought straight from a manufacturer anymore?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely
it all
nothing.
Gets passed through multiple warehouses and through people that are not paid nearly enough or peeing in bottles because they can't afford to take a break. Come on. I think that's another podcast here.
Moving
on. My review of the Pentel Graph Gear 500 and 0.7 is that this feels like a beginner's drafting pencil. This feels like the pencil they give you on your first day, and they're like, if you can draw with this, you can draw with anything. And it's some grizzled old vet who's sitting in a wheelchair. He's got like his hands shake, but when he picks up the pencil, he's got the straightest lines in town, and everyone's like looking up to him, and kind of like dodgeball. But by the end of the movie, you graduate up to like a Rotring 800 or something. And did you just hear the collective gasp of our audience saying, you graduate to a Rotring 800? Yes.
We have their apt attention now.
Yes. And
we'll get there though.
Stay tuned for a future review of that pencil. And also, come hit us up on Instagram if you disagree with that searing hot take. I think the knurling, yes. I'm glad the review mentioned the mesh because it's knurling, yes, I think. It's not as raised as I would like. It feels a little flat. The little individual gnarls or knurls, we'll have to get some clarification on the singular versus plural form of that. The weight is definitely towards the front, which I would normally like to criticize, but I can see where that would be maybe a fatigue issue. I'm trying to give this pencil the benefit of the doubt. I don't hate it. I think the clip is business-like, workman, journeyman-esque. The plunger, the clicker plunger, as I've just coined that phrase, is solid. It's sturdy. The tip is a little long. It's a little fragile, but these are drafting instruments. You shouldn't be carrying them around in cargo shorts or shirt pockets. They should be in a case. I agree with that. And I've also seen some Frankenstein people take like erasers and then they or pen caps. I've seen that where they protect the tip with the pen cap. But overall, it's a solid pencil, beginner, workman, journeyman-esque. Steve, I'd love to get your searing hot take on this.
There's something weird about what do we call this piece here that would screw off?
Let's call that the nose cone of the Saturn V rocket of this pencil.
There's something weird about the nose cone. I feel like it's too long.
Yeah.
Combined with an extra long lead sleeve where my fingers end up going, it feels disorienting.
Yeah.
I overthink it. I say, okay, well, yeah, this is right. This is where this is supposed to be. I just feel really far away from the paper. And I feel like the nose cone was made for another pencil or something and added to this one as well.
Yeah.
And the rest is fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. It's a good price. Good price for value, I would say. I think you could knock out several blueprints worth of buildings with this and be just fine with yourself. I would give this, oh man, I would say wait for Black Friday is what I would say. But get it. It's a good one. It's a good arrow to have in the quiver.
Maybe ask for it for a stocking stuffer.
Ask for it from that uncle who always gives you something you don't want. Normally he gives you like a Maglite promotional item that he got for free, and then say, you know what, Uncle Tom, how about this pencil instead, and see what happens.
There you go. Ask for it from Uncle Tom. Next time on The Measured Pencil, more Pentel or Pentel pencils. Until then, have a good day.
Bye.
This was The Measured Pencil with Wes Nelson and Stephen Murray. Follow us on Instagram for more content and to see what the pencils actually look like. If you have a pencil that you would like us to review, contact us through our Acast page and your pencil might be part of a future episode. And if you haven't already followed us, please click subscribe on your favorite place to listen to podcasts.